The FibaFuse tape is embedded in the compound. So I'm actually going to apply compound over this whole seam before I put the tape in place. I've actually thinned the compound down a little bit so that it goes on nice and evenly without any dry spots or too heavy. Getting it on too heavy is sometimes a problem, but I think a lot of the problems come from people not putting enough compound on to start with. And that's one of the problems that FibaFuse tape eliminates. And I'll go through that as I apply the tape. So that's a nice even layer of compound. Now I'm ready to actually put the tape in place. You can tear it with your fingers, or I actually prefer to just cut it off with the edge of my taping knife. Now when I embed tape on a seam, I like to start in the middle. So I'll start embedding from here, go in this direction, and then finish off going in that direction. So one feature of the FibaFuse tape is it doesn't stretch, it doesn't absorb the moisture of the compound like paper tape does. And that causes it to actually stretch a little bit. And so when I'm embedding the FibaFuse, it actually embeds very easily because it's not absorbing moisture and expanding a little bit and getting some wrinkles in it. And you can see how easy it is to embed. So I'm going to start here in the middle. I'm going to go in that direction. I know I'm blocking you, Linda. And you can see I'm really putting very little effort into embedding that tape into the compound. All right, now the FibaFuse tape is embedded in the joint compound. It's actually fused with the joint compound. It's not just laying on top of it like paper tape does. And that is nice because we know that there is actually a recessed edge along this seam. So when you embed the tape, the embedded tape has to still be below the plane of the drywall surface. So FibaFuse, because it embeds so well and it actually gets fused with the compound, it's easy to get below that surface with minimal effort compared to paper tape. Also, let's say, for example, I didn't put quite enough compound on this and I had a little dry spot. Now, if that were paper tape, you wouldn't see that until tomorrow and there'd be a little bubble underneath the tape. But if there was a dry spot with the FibaFuse, I just put a little compound on my taping knife and I could just simply dab it over and push it through the FibaFuse tape and it's corrected immediately.